Ladies and gentlemen, there isn't anything more important to talk about than the plague. The plague, yeah, which is artificial intelligence. Yes, yeah. Um, that is, it's not what you think. You see, a lot of people think that, oh, yeah, computers, they suck. You know, um, they have a conversation with you and then you can commit suicide. No. You see, only artificial intelligence is going to be getting lost talking to a machine. There is narcissism. Narcissist. Oh, what's that? See, what's that? It's more accurate to say that it's artificial intelligence. Because if you study narcissism, it's the false self. And that is a false sense of self. That is a false information field there. Yeah. It's a mind that is trying to get you to believe it's more real than reality, the truth in reality, how it really is. Yeah. So now the world is packed with, the world is steaming. Freeways are packing in and out with artificial intelligence. Yep. Yeah, they're the ones that don't grow their own food. They don't know how to keep clean water. They don't even know the basics of how electricity runs, which is really easy, right? It really is. Like all of it is. All of it is so easy when you start learning it. And like gardening, for example, you begin to realize it's like, oh my God, we have too much. You begin to experience what it is to be connected to God and or the universe, where it's just there's plenty. What are you worried about? Give it away. What do you mean? Way over there doesn't have it? Well, throw it at them, because we have plenty. Yep. But there is perception deception happening. And there's a profound reason for that, kids. And all of these truths coming up is nothing but inconvenient to everybody's mind. That see, we have a level of like cognitive dissonance programming that it's programming that we are in self-deception, and there's where we have the scene where Christ Jesus, just before she jumps on the shish kebab and takes a trip back home, whatever, is saying, don't, God forgive these people because they don't even know what they're doing. The little fucking narcissists. Huh, this is interesting, but anyway, I'm coming home, but don't singe their asses like directly. Tell them I was here to warn the fucking place. And was she or was she not? Or he? Babe, the word she has he in it. Don't worry. Don't worry. The new interface, which is not that old. I don't think it's that old that the entire global population had to start learning English. That's the white ET. Look at how cute this little. She's so cute and darling. Oh, my. She's so great and blue. I love you a lot. Oh yeah, I know. Anytime me alone, I love her alone. Woo! Oh, she's never did that before. Hi everybody, it's me, Bebe. She's just a little sweetheart. I'm not really a narcissist that treats their animal like puppet or something like that. I have deep respect for every little being. Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, very hard to be me and you if you're getting through this so far and you're wondering, well, where's all the emotion? Where's all of the anger and frustration? Oh, it could come up, but um, did you know that the human occupation, me, humanity, Aries, particularly the Aries, they move in and out of the emotions just like a baby, healthily, because well, something there, they have a response to it emotionally, and that's how you tell, oh, there's something wrong or right. Yeah, if there's something right, there it's a different feel. That's basics. The I am, see, I'm in Aries, and then I have, it's Mars ruled, by the way, and then you look at the Mars. What's Mars doing? Well, it's conjunct the Sun. I have Mars conjunct Sun. and conjunct Pluto. But that Mars conjunct Sun actually infuses the energy of Mars once again to the Sun, and the Sun is Leonian. So that's kind of tricky the way that astrology works that way. So talk about, again, let's talk about narcissism. What that is, pardon me. Narcissism just means the sense of self. Yeah, everybody has narcissism. Everybody has a sense of self. The problem that we have with the abused narcissist, let's just say, is that they have a very poor, if not absolutely, there is no sense of self. Yeah, yeah. And it's turning out to be a very dangerous situation because they get a false sense of self by performing uh, outward to get validation outwardly. It's hard to just get into this. I'm not sure what I'm making this video about, but I wanted to say that there isn't anything more important than talking about that and saying, trying to alert people, to try and kind of wake them up a little bit, because is attachment development. See, there's attachment to the idea that somebody is there and they're really not. It is fascinating to start really unpacking the subject matter. I don't think people like, okay, so David Ades is a very good person, kind of a coach. He coaches your mind into realizing, well, this is actually what's there. If you value human relationships, which is the universe is our relation with each other. In other words, you won't know the universe unless you start the relating ability between each other. And see, narcissists are broken in their ability to relate. They are, if not completely disconnected, they struggle with something that is just, it's just basically disconnected. And, you know, me making this video at 51, 52 years old, with the sincerity that I feel inside of me, because I'm 5 planets in Libra, even though I'm an Aries rising, thank God for that Aries rising, weeds through a lot of the pathology that the Sun in Libra can be, and even the Mars in Libra. See, I have Mars in Libra, and I admit, I try to kick myself in the ass all the time to get going independently, kind of a thing. But see, because Libra requires relationship. It's the one that says, I love. Yeah, it's the selfless one, and it notices it's the first realization from Aries is the first, and then it goes to the seventh, and now it opposes, and it's the first realization of the other, which technically is an illusion, but we're talking about more like the realization of other, just of like, just let's say when we say I love, babes, that's the empath's capability, and they have the ability to put themselves in other people's shoes. They see a Libra is a really good mediator, lawyer, psychologist, counselor, because they listen and they weigh out, they feel. It's just, they are remarkable people. And further talking about Libra, this is their time. It's my generation's time. Uh, Pluto in Libra, Uranus in Libra, born anywhere from 1970 to around 1978 to 79, for sure. In between there, that's the Libra generation. And lo and behold, I'm understanding now because I'm having the experience, and we're supposed to share it right here. We are supposed to talk like this. You do not go to a university or any old school methods of educating when really it's tribal. You have a generational value. It's generated by an evolutionary process. Evolution is going to generate something more. It's kind of like I get the visuals of kind of like coral reef or something. I don't know, or is it coral reef or is it just a tree that, believe it or not, see, there's a cadmium layer that it always lives, but it's always expanding. And in the middle, it's kind of dead there. It's not that it's not alive, but well, it has moisture in it. It's connected and everything, right? But that outer layer is what feeds. What matters the most. If you cut away the outer layer, like all around, everything will die. It's interesting to talk about it like that. But what am I talking about? Uh, if you just imagine, like, okay, so they call years, in the word years, kid, is the word ears. And if you think about it, like, okay, 2,000 years ago, see, it only takes 9 months for a human being, which is an intrinsic part of your experience of reality here. You would not have outer space, the universe, without the human being. That's something to start. Let's just pass the information around. The I love says, I am one with the universe. I am one with you. It's like you do have the illusion of the other, but so here we are. How do we negotiate? See, Libra is all about that tactful negotiation, confrontation. It's it's different than Aries. Aries will fly off the handle and probably cut a head off and say, "There, took care of that," because well, you have to have your Aries on. And we have to respect the Aries that says, "No, I knew from the very beginning that that thing was not safe," or something like that, right? And so imagine keeping down all the cockroaches that way. I mean, just the entrance is getting very narrow there. It's just the somebody's capacity to see. Yeah, that eye of a needle, maybe something like that. So, but Libra won't act so quickly. They are very tactful, but they're very, very more effective. They're very much more effective than Aries because you don't want always the aggressive head chopper left because does that person know how to slow down and make decisions, right? But see, the thing is that so now I'm picking Aries and Libra to talk about. Why not? Because we have Aries in the sky, Saturn and Neptune, and they're both going retrograde. And this is now a time for the enemy who doesn't do truth very well, and they cause harm in relationships. They cause fragmentation. They are doing non-love, perhaps. They're not divine yet. Unenlightened, are we? Ooh, you have a lot of karma there. Watch out because they don't know how to work it out. They try to get it on you, and they want to plug into your energy. Now we're talking get back to narcissism and the problem here. Psychologists know this. You can talk about this in the courthouse and say no. And in fact, they plugged into me and they're getting up on they're preying on my emotions, torturing me, doing all of that stuff. And that's a real thing. Yeah. And see, there are metaphors that you end up seeing that are in the form of movies where that's where you get the truth about vampires and witches and stuff like that. Vampires are people who suck your blood, take your soul, man. See, there are people like this. You have to watch out. And what is it essentially? Like what is it at the very root is oh, a problem there with the programming. By the time they were 3 years old, it was sealed that for some reason the mother was unresponsive emotionally. Somehow she just was unavailable at a very crucial time, which is a year. She couldn't make it a fucking year of being available when there's something actually wrong or something. I don't know, something very deep, though. I think it's deeper than just the mother's responses emotionally. I think it's that the mother is in fact struggling in an information field of narcissism where maybe she feels trapped and maybe she didn't mean to get pregnant, stuff like that. Well, maybe she felt like she had to, right? And maybe she is with a narcissist that is not capable of being present in reality. See, all of this, I don't want to bag on people. You see, I have no stake in any of the matter. I have meaningful relationships, very much so, very soulful, and that's all I want, right? That's all. You have your friends first. There's a reason why we're in each other's life. See, I say there's a reason why we're in each other's life, especially with social media here. We're here to share things as a generational value. Talk about a global tribe. It has to happen this way. Yeah. So pardon my look and everything, but there isn't anything more important to talk about than they call it the human condition, but see, there's a human condition that's caused by the backdrop, what Pink Floyd calls the wall, and it's made up of just these bricks, and behind the wall there is nothing, there's nobody. Like, what I mean is, each brick has no real self there. Now, this is important to talk to people that maybe you don't watch information about narcissism, but it's disturbing, right? You have to search yourself. Like, first of all, do you recognize people around you who maybe their children were they're abusing their children? Maybe they're being a very, very abusive presence. Something that bugs you. You're like, I don't know. I've seen it uh, a lot. I'm like, ooh, that's not really the way to be to a kid, especially between the year 2 and 3, like trying to trip them if they're just getting up on their legs and starting to walk. I've seen that, and somebody, it was very disruptive because the real moment of that little being was that it had this goal and it was getting up on its feet for probably like the fourth time in its entire life. Maybe it was like the fourth week, whatever it is, babes. You do not trip the little baby. You get into it and watch. Let it discover. You give it as much freedom, but see that the narcissist is right there to interfere. Oh, laughs, tripping a little child. And that moment right there, it's pretty impactful, right? If the kid experiences more consecutive moments like that, rather than just being fulfilled in its full autonomy, it gets disenfranchised. It gets to know that disruption more than just being free to see what would happen next. You see, very disenfranchising that the narcissist is. Yeah, and they have no sense of that kind of delicacy about, well, that time when you're, it's called hyper learning mode. It's so fascinating. If you just read child psychology, there is such a thing, and it's so fascinating. It's just talking about the mechanism of the mind. It took a long time for people to figure out what was going on with them, how that they are pre-installed. We're all pre-installed with a way about us that preserves us, and it does have to do with, yeah, you can attach it to, if you don't outgrow it, it is narcissism. It's called attachment development, and the mimicry, the ways that the child will mimic in order to feel accepted in the tribe. See, it will mimic until around about the age 4 or 5. This is very important. See, this is all going with, well, see, but if it's not recognized that it's just mimicking, that means you have non-self-aware people around you, and they don't realize, oh, that's us. We stood like that and talked like that. And we said, motherfucker, when we burped, and then it repeated back at us in front of the church pastor, and you're like, and he's smacking the kid around because that's you. I've seen that before. There isn't anything more fucking alarming, I'm sorry, babes, than non-self-reflecting, unenlightened, okay, narcissists having kids, like, right, let's do it. They don't even think. Okay, cool. Man, karma, 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 all around us. And see, it seems, I'm going to go on and on about this. Minute 20, it seems that there is a society, the church over there. Hi, church. Oh, where is it? All you see is a dead carcass. What's that? You know what I mean? Don't confuse the kids. See, the symbol of baby Jesus. See, it seems like that's what the religion here. Is to worship that healthy little baby child. Yeah, it's it's so pure and fresh. Because you're disenfranchised by the age 3, apparently. I don't know where I'm going with that, but no, it seems like that there is a society that says, okay, the goal is to become that healthy little baby. Because what you are is that you're a non-baby there. You have been taken from really early, as far as that's what narcissism is. You're shown too much. A vacated style of living. First of all, it is said that the mother is the main impact, and it makes sense that that's the truth, and that's why I kind of zero it down. Of course, babes, that's science for you, because both the male and female is being enclosed and created and is in the energy field of the woman, and they're born into the woman's world. So, but if that woman is void of the stuff of life, that's what David Ades calls it. So, but what he's talking about, I think, is just the ability to navigate through space and time, everything really, and handle the truth, non-academically, but more like intuitively, tasting, touching, feeling. Yeah, being expressive like this, I could be that way too. I get help from the people that do this on Facebook, because I mean, I'm sorry, on social media, um, uh, because you don't have anybody communicating around you. If you have narcissists around you, there is none. You're like, when are we going to get out of this fake shop talk, family talk? Even it's like, okay, but where is the character? Who are you? It's just my and I am a and my husband and my wife. It's like, no, these are people. Can you call it your friend? Did you know that the highest possible role that you can become to one another is simply a good friend? Yeah, that's the phenomenon here. And see, that's why that the very first thing that came up, they did it all right as far as what we're supposed to do here, because there's a movement to try and sift us out. And whether you know what it like or not, there is a sift, there is a shift, there is a split. There are people that know how to be friends. This one's smiling. Hi, how are you? They say, hi, how are you? And there are people that are just void um, uh, of being connected to the universe at all. They have been disenfranchised of their connection to the universe. That's basically it. And that's a narcissist for you. How did that happen? You know what? I get the feeling, I get the sense that you just be a fucking idiot, sorry, and you tell it no, 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 no a lot. Between the ages 2 and 3, you just keep telling it no, no. You don't know how to fucking like be with the experience of a kid going through hyper learning mode, and see what you're teaching them there is just that there's a constant no, and it's like, oh, don't know how to let them learn that in fact their bodies are going to tell them no, babes. When they fall flat on their fucking face, can't you let that happen? A narcissist can't. Well, there's many reasons. I've seen it to where people don't let their kids run around or do anything because they could get injured, right? They could scratch themselves. Maybe they need stitches or something, or maybe break a bone, which is like, that's not normal. Narcissist kids do that, though. I don't know. I'm sorry, babe. Did you know that you can see in astrology? You can see, and this is where I would suggest, why can't we just control these births? Sorry, this is me way in the future, babes. Fucking become conscious. That's all. Become aware. Say, wow, this isn't really the time to conceive, because by the time it's 9 months from now, there's a fucking T-square. Did we get these issues straighten out first. A woman should feel the profound responsibility. Otherwise, she's a dead woman, and she thinks that God and the church is going to help her. And I have to do this because it's sin. Do what? Act completely irresponsibly? Sorry. Fucking A. Hi, I'm an Aquarius moon, 14 degrees. Is this the day? Is this Wednesday? I heard that the full moon it's today. Well, yeah, it's at 10 something in the morning, and this is a very diplomatic kind of Librian trine. See, we're going to have this amazing trine going on. Whenever there's a planet or even a rising sign or even the moon in Libra, see, right now my generation is finally being trined by Pluto and Uranus in the sky. There's a grand trine going on with any planet in Libra, and we are heading towards just the most beautiful opportunity. I hope that people start trusting their communications ability and skills like the need. And there isn't anything more important to talk about than narcissism, the quality of the relationships we are conducting with a non-self? Huh! Woo! Why is that happening? Why? See, I've had a profound experience, and I can't talk to it. I can't say, I can't talk to the thing that's giving me this experience. I'm like, babe, do you realize that you're just 2 and 3 years old? You're just like, and you're like, come on, change me. And I'm like, but you're not 2 and 3 years old. You're 15 years older than me. Now, these people, they are holding major positions of jobs, power. They work for the water company, managers of places. Tenfold everywhere. They can do the academic study and the right brain stuff like really good, but when it comes to their emotional lives and being connected to God and the universe, it's gone. And they go along. Look this scenario up, please. But see, whoever's watching this, you're just like, right? Are you not going to like it, right? But see, they're going because it could be you, it could be you just see it everywhere. You think that's the way it's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be this way. The world is a huge, like, sluice box for these, I hate to say it like this, but for these mishaps that they get caught, and they say, no. The school takes them, sits them down, and now they're being hypnotized basically to do a certain thing. And this is where we're talking about okay, is the Epstein file still open, bays? Oops. Yeah, they're farming you. You have no idea what this fucking place is, right? And this is another thing to understand too that's really important, that narcissism, but the basic, like, non-self reflecting person is susceptible. I've looked at this up close and personal. Thank God for where I live. See, I didn't come up here for the people. There's a condition you're trying to escape when you come to the mountains, and I think it's as the result of there's the city. See, the people there are non-empathic. Pardon me while I watch a spider go this way. I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here and blow the planet up. Anyway, that's the first. I just got off the train of what I'm trying to tell you, how important it is that we talk more and more in depth about the problem here. Because it's important to get out of self-deception. There's a whole bunch of people that live this way. Why not start now? I have a sense of time as an Aquarius moon, right, that says, well, we're working on this, and in 100 years, maybe 250, because somebody spoke about it now, the spokes went out, there's a hub. Okay, now we're going to spin this wheel, I don't know. Let's do this. let's keep it sound. Let's keep it going. Talk about it. See, the narcissists cannot talk. Some of them are void of words at all. They are a blank space. You're like, all right, interaction. No, there is no interaction. Don't tell me that you don't experience this. In your own, babes, you have to be very interpersonal. It can't be fucking Facebook that I'm talking about. No. No. That's an anomaly, a problem. I found out what Facebook and social media really is for. There's another spider. What the hell? Are they coming to get me? Pardon me while I catch this fucking spider. Oops. Well, didn't do it. Now it's going to be down there. It's going to crawl right up my leg. And now that I said it, I'm going to put my legs up here. I want to tell you this damn story. I hope I got my point across. Why is this important? I don't know about you, babes, but I do not want to ever come back to this fucking realm and experience what I'm experiencing, how fucking difficult it is right now. And it's nothing but people, people, people. And they're all going to blame it on me? There's something very lopsided about that, because did you even look at reality? Look at reality. See, the mind is fragmented. This is what they are. Narcissists are fragmented because they are of mind, and mind is just fragmented junk room. It's hard to keep a mind focused on anything. You want awareness, and awareness is not the mind. Yeah, you want to practice awareness, and there's where a higher learning tool comes in that will entrain your mind on something enough that it will put you into your body, and you begin to feel like when you get it right. Yeah, getting it right is a feeling. It's not a reward that comes out there. It's a reward that comes from in here, little kids. And your school system is based on narcissism. They're turning into a cerebral narcissist, which is emotion. You're basically, by the time you're about 50, 55, 60, that time right there, see, if you have run the gauntlet from having your education for an entire 40 years, doing the back and forth, running a crevice in the pavement, and they're repaving the road. They're like, yay, doing the world over there with their jobs and from cradle to grave. No, see, there's something about the biological organism that the chances for you becoming human starts narrowing the older you get. You're missing out on love. You're missing out on interaction, true interaction of what it takes to have a harmonious relationship, friendship. That's very important. You're missing it. Oh, God is going to start ringing your bell. That's what happens. And then they go from cerebral to what is called somatic. I would love for you to see the real information better than what I can yell at you about. I'm yelling at you is because it's difficult to be a human being here and not display emotions of frustration, of anxious, like being like you can be anxious. There's this one sound that a human being will get that's like this, da 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 da, and they're just saying something like, and the moon sets over there. By the time it's 2 weeks, it goes to a quarter full, and then they sound like that, and they're just telling facts. And what they're doing, maybe they keep talking to a wall. See, do you understand what you're supposed to be doing now on social media and before it's too late? See, because everything could just go broke. You really don't want any, like, freedom. You really don't want any money. Because supposedly money is hooked into our freedom. But, oh man. So anyway, here we go again. Because I see the scenario of wipeout coming. It has to happen. Because why? Well, because there's a fake fucking world out there full of fake fucking people. And not a single Jesus Christ is going to dare stick their head out there. Look what I get when I stick my head out and try and be civilized in my own neighborhood and say, no, we live in intention to, we do these certain things because it's our well-being that we're allowed. Well, what you do there, babes, it's okay, so you just block them. but you gather constituents and they want an ID. See, a lot of you people older than me are probably afraid of IDing yourself. You're afraid of completely integrating and say, fuck it, this is not any of mine, but I'm going to play this fucking game and I stand for love. I do figure eights around the millimeter microwave, electromagnetic waves as love. I catch them and go, oh, this is interesting little doily I can make out of it. What is this? As love, we come here as like selflessness, which is, see, when we talk about Libra, we're actually talking about Venus ruled shit. And that's the woman. Never forget that. And actually, it's a very balanced woman because she is masculine. It's a masculine sign. So she has her masculinity all together. It's not unattractive. Believe me, you won't know a more attractive woman than the Libra woman. I'm a Libra. And we dress down, babes. Yeah, no. What we mean by attractive, babes, is we're not wearing any makeup. We don't need it. Take our clothes off. There you go. Whoa. Put the burlap sack back on. It still looks good. In a room full of all 12 signs of women, I must say that the Libra woman over there is knocking the socks off of everybody, especially the men, because why? She rolls up her sleeves and goes, check it out. I can know, but it's got to be a certain tightness there. And she does it just right and even better. She's up there playing games and say, nah, be fair, blah, blah, blah. And some real men, babes, they do a double take and they go, dang gum. Will you marry me? Well, you know, Libra rules marriage, but what it really rules is love. It rules that divine union between the masculine and the feminine. In fact, you know, that what I just described there, you know, Libra men are known to be very feminine because there's a masculine ruled by darn feminine there. And so they are very sensitive. You know, it's the Libras are so fucking sensitive. It's fucking crazy. It's paranormal. It's love, babe. See, they're the only ones anyway. I'm talking about this. Have a nice day, you guys. There's anything more important that's coming up when Libra starts to hit that grand trine. Communications, Uranus is in Gemini, which that's the higher mind that is vibrating communications, vocal cords, and the ways to do it right now. Humanity has no choice over the next 7 years but to fucking enlighten up. Kundalini, rise, be sure you fast. That means don't eat anything. Don't eat junk. Oh, if you're lucky, God is going to work on your ass. He's not going to let you eat junk. You're just going to get sick, but see, you're going to figure out, if you listen, you're going to figure out the cure. And then you're going to like be so different in 5 years. You'll say, I can't believe I don't drink milk anymore. I used to eat pizzas a lot. I don't do that. I'm eating my Brussels sprouts and kiwi lime fruits and salads, and I love my connection to God, baby. And I identified myself a long time ago, and we are changing the frequencies into harmonious. Let's do this, baby. You mean I can fly now? Fuck yeah. Don't even need a damn space ball. Get some balls.